Friends, today we ponder how the Word of God can become flesh in our own lives. And we start by reflecting upon Jesus' most challenging proclamation of the Word in his own hometown of Nazareth. About 15 years ago, I had the opportunity of doing a study program in the Holy Land. And part of that involved going to Nazareth, where today there is a replica first century village established. And there the local people demonstrate through role-playing a number of scenes in the life of Jesus. And the high point of that experience for me was sitting in the village synagogue when a person playing the role of Jesus came in, picked up the scroll of Isaiah 61 and proclaimed it to the gathered assembly. "The Spirit of the Lord has been given to me, for he has anointed me. He has sent me to bring the good news to the poor, to proclaim liberty to captives, new sight to the blind, to set the downtrodden free, and to proclaim the Lord's favour." The proclamation of that text had a powerful impact upon me that day. It has remained with me ever since. I realised that this text was the fundamental manifesto and mission of Jesus, and needed to be mine too. And as I reflected upon all of his actions in the gospel stories, I discovered that Jesus was not primarily focused on building a church, but rather to inspire a mission to those in need. He came not to promote personal piety, but rather to promote compassionate service. He came not to bind people with regulations, but to empower people and set them free, to be led by his Spirit, to make the world a better place. And in the words of Franciscan Father Richard Rohr, he did not ask us to worship him, but he did ask us to follow him. The mission of Jesus that I've been called to, which I share with a large group of military veterans, is known as Veterans Care. And today's gospel text is our inspiration and our manifesto. And we reach out through practical acts of care to a community of some 120,000 veterans in the Archdiocesan area. Our pastoral engagement is a message of good news to our wounded, ill and injured, that they are loved by God and that they can be liberated from their afflictions and that they can find new purpose in caring for others. Every parish and every sector of our society can be inspired by Jesus' proclamation today. This call to mission is not some optional extra or simply the preserve of some specialist. Pope Francis has constantly re-emphasised this call for all of us to be missionary disciples. Jesus focused on a mission to the marginalised and those in need. So must we.